there. Today we're going to be planting some potatoes. Most of you that watch my channel know that I'm all about straw bale gardening, but before I straw bale gardened, I had a raised bed, which I still have and I still use for a lot of my root crops. But I had gotten several of these containers from a farmer, and I decided to plant my potatoes in a couple of these. I've already planted some red potatoes in one of them, and I wanted to go over planting potatoes in these containers with you. You want to make sure to get a good potato to plant. You can use potatoes that you get at the store if they start to sprout, but you have to watch out because you might get potatoes that are diseased or whatnot. You want to make sure you get a good quality potato. The ones I got at one of our lawn and garden centers. It's basically like a russet potato, and you can see these already have a couple of eyes coming out on both of these, or on all of these. They have a couple of eyes, and you want to make sure to have at least 2 eyes on each of your potatoes that you're going to be planting. You can take a potato that has several eyes on it and you can cut that into cubes. Just make sure that you have at least 2 eyes per potato. So I want to go over how to plant these potatoes in this container. I've already taken this container and pre-drilled holes so that we've got good water drainage, because you don't want water sitting down there. It would just rot your potatoes. And I've got 2 to 3 inches of soil, garden soil, in the bottom of this pot, mixed with some compost as well. And you don't have to worry about having a lot of soil underneath the potatoes, because the potatoes grow up, and so you don't have to worry about having a deep bed of soil at the bottom. And you want to make sure to put these several inches apart in this pot, and we're going to put about 2 to 3 inches of soil on top of the potatoes. And as those potatoes start to grow, the green will come out. When that green plant gets about 6 inches above the soil, we're then going to put some more dirt in there and cover up till about 2 inches of that green plant. And then we're going to wait again until 6 more inches gets up there. Then we're going to place more soil on top of that until we get to the top of the pot. And once we get to the top of the pot, we'll just let it grow. And that will encourage the plant to do potatoes throughout each of those layers. So let's get started putting these potatoes in this pot. I'm going to take and place these potatoes in a circle. And as you'll see, I pre-cut the potatoes yesterday, the ones that I have sliced. That way this part of where I've made the cut can heal and it won't rot in the soil. The soil in here, it rained last night, so it's moist down in the bottom of this. You want to make sure that you've got a good moist soil to put your potatoes into. And I'm going to place about 2 inches of garden soil on top of the potatoes. You can use lots of different containers to plant your potatoes in, but it's as simple as what you just saw, to plant potatoes in a container. That way you can have fresh potatoes at home. You can use other containers. You can use rubber tote storage containers that you purchase from your Walmart, local Walmart or Home Depot, whatnot. You can use flower pots and have them on your deck or your patio. You can use 5-gallon buckets. Whatever container you have sitting around, if you don't have the means of having an in-ground garden or even having a straw bale garden or raised bed garden, you can use containers and sit them on your porch to have fresh potatoes. I normally do straw bale gardening for most of my plants, as you all know. I chose not to use the straw bales for my potatoes this year because I want to try to utilize my straw bales for more than one season. and if I did my potatoes in them, I would lose that straw bale. So I chose to do my potatoes in containers. Planting potatoes in a straw bale is a really easy process. You want to make sure you space your potatoes about 12 inches apart, and you want to dig a little pocket down in about 6 inches deep. And once you get your little pocket, you want to take your potato and make sure you put your eyes up, and then you want to place it down in the hole and then cover it up with straw. And it's as simple as that. You can harvest young potatoes after they have flowered, a couple weeks after they've flowered. You can harvest young potatoes in the straw bales without disturbing the roots. You can reach into the side of the bale, pull the straw back, and you can harvest your potatoes without disturbing the roots. That way you can leave that potato in there or leave that plant in there, and you can have a fall harvest as well. So that is one way of getting maybe potatoes a couple of times. I'm going to have a fall harvest and have larger potatoes using this container, and I will just take the container at the end of the season. And of course, I don't like to buy soil, so I'm going to save this soil. But what I will do is put a tarp out on the ground, and I will just dump this container and then just pick the potatoes out of it. So harvesting will be just as easy in this container. Then I can use that soil, mix in some more compost next year, and you know, work that soil up so I can plant potatoes in here again next year. Hopefully you'll go out and plant you some potatoes in whatever container that you have. If you like my channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. This has been Gardening with Tracy. Thank you for watching.